Hey everyone, what's up guys? Hope you guys are doing well. So yesterday the Falcons and Moist coach discussed about 100 Thieves current situation and the future of 100 Thieves in a Discord session. During this discussion, they talked about lots of things like why Timmy's IGLing is not good. They also said that Timmy's communication was so bad as an IGL and why design is good IGL for them. So let's see what they exactly say about this. So before I start the video, let me introduce them. Hal, can you help me?
Please
You know
talk to
any of them? So top left is the Moist coach. His name is Don. He coaches Moist. Top right is our coach, Draugr or Kyle. Bottom left used to be our previous coach out of Falcons, Nick, ZZ. And bottom right is Privacy, our current Falcons analyst. Yeah.
100 Thieves. This what is in Reddit we have a future of 100 Thieves with a big question mark. And so many people are saying something is wrong. Why don't you drop design? Design should be dropped. There is a fight between him and Jin. Why don't you drop design? Both people are playing together because they will have to play champs. But what do we think about it?
Well, I don't think they're that far off. I'd be stunned if design doesn't get dropped after champs, just because you need someone to blame when things don't go fine, and he's probably going to be the one that they will. They just can't do anything until champs. They just kind of have to deal with the team that they've made. It is what it is. And that's not to say that I think design is the problem or that he should get dropped. It's just what's going to end up happening. That's just how they're going to approach it most likely.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be for Phony too when he moves back to the States. Just to throw that out there in advance, so I can come back to that.
The best way to summarize that team is all three of them think that they'd be the best IGL.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it just means
three
that
of them,
it
But-
really doesn't matter who IGLs. As soon as somebody makes a mistake, the other two are going to be like, I would have called the right thing there.
In my opinion, all three are not even already IGLs, especially for this meta. Like specifically for this meta. None of them is really a good IGL for this meta. They need to work to get there.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the design is the closest and should be IGLing. I don't know how it's ended up that Timmy is taking control of IGL on the team, but it definitely should be design. I think he's the only one that's had any success with it.
I'd imagine that was the condition on Timmy teaming with design again. He would have said, I'll team with you again, but I want IGL.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. To me, he's very obviously their best option for IGL. It's just that the other two probably don't see it that way. Because, like I said, they all think that they're the best IGL on the team.
We have basically 2 months. Do you think in this 2 months, either Timmy or Jen, if they want to IGL, would be achieving a better result as an IGL than design being... Forget about now, whatever design is. Let's say design take it really seriously, whatever people are attacking him for, that he's not serious, not showing up the work, he doesn't have a discipline, he doesn't have accountability, he doesn't take criticism. But forget all these topics. Design as IGL, abilities, knowledge, whatever. Timmy as an IGL and Jen as an IGL. If you give them this 2 months and give them the time for this, who would be the better for the team, the benefit of the team for the champs?
I don't even think that's a competition. I think it's still very obviously designed.
Yeah, probably designed because he has so much experience now.
Yeah.
I feel like IGLing is the hardest thing in the game, and it's very hard to pick up, especially with a short amount of time. I'm sure Timmy could do it, but I don't think there's enough time.
Timmy's biggest issue is his communication is terrible. So if you go watch an hour of a Timmy VOD, you'll probably find 4 or 5 examples of him combining an entire sentence into one word. And when you're the IGL, the other two are waiting to make a play off of the back of whatever you say, and you aren't saying words, it becomes very tough. I watched them yesterday in the round. They got knocked out in the Broken Moon game, and it's even when he has so much information coming in, he will say the most vague comm imaginable. So instead of team here, ping the team, kill this team, it was team. That was it. Silence for the next 10 seconds.
Oh.
So,
I don't even think that's his biggest hurdle to clear either. I think that's a major issue that would limit him, even if he knew enough about how to IGL the right calls to make. But he both doesn't have the communication to do it and is making the wrong calls a lot of the time because he doesn't have experience IGLing. I've seen a lot of people saying what you're saying about the communication, and it's right, but I feel like treating it like it's the only issue with his IGLing is not he's not just a bad communicator. He also doesn't know the right thing to be communicating a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, but
and that's
no shit. He's new to IGLing, and neither does design. When it was. You forget how design's little IGLing stint ended. You know what I mean? There's a reason Timmy wants to IGL instead. It wasn't because they were doing well. All 3 players on that team have tried to IGL. If trying to IGL, one would have a very unconventional IGL style. Design will probably go back to zone 3 wrapping with like double support, maybe
Yeah,
even
that's
fucking
the
triple
issue.
support if he gets his hands on it, and just syringe in zone and come behind people.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no.
I mean,
God.
shit. If there's ever a meta to do that in, it's this one. To be fair,
No, genuinely.
We'll go
I don't.
triple
I don't think
support.
it would even be that bad. It'd definitely be better than whatever like
I'm
pretend like
telling you
they're
now,
gonna
I'm
play
calling it
zone thing
now.
they're doing right now.
I'm calling it now. Catch them on fucking Lifeline, Gibby, Newcastle.
No,
Zone
I
3
can
wrapping.
see it. I can see
Stare
it.
into
I can
zone,
see
stare
it.
into zone the entire game, everyone.
Everyone carry fucking 8 syringes,
Yeah.
2 med kits.
I mean, everybody's got gold armor now, bro. There's no reason not to. Doesn't even have to carry a lot of meds. I don't think, regardless of what they do, to be fair, they're really going to have a lot of, like, what do I call it, like a breakthrough or anything. Their issues are deeper seated than, like, as simple as changing IGL. Like, it's just not a very well constructed roster.
So during this session, Privacy asked Nick a simple question that people always want to know, why he doesn't like Genburten. Now see what Nick said.
We had, I think, a lot of questions around, and one of them was always to you, Nick. And I don't know if
Hey.
you want to answer. Yeah, because I got asked multiple times. Why did Nick say thank you and mentioned every single human being on Earth on his tweets, but he did not mention Jin?
Uh-oh.
I
As
don't
simply
know
as
why
possible.
I have to direct it because I don't want to be involved.
Don't ask Privacy this. This isn't his cross to bear. To put it as simply as possible, I thanked everybody that I thought I needed to thank, and I didn't like Jin or appreciate him enough to thank him. And that's as simple as that. It is what it is. There's really not much more to read into. If it looks like I didn't thank him because I didn't like him, it's because I didn't like him. That's it.
Nick just hates Jen. Fucking hell. That's
Wait,
just fucked. That's fucked. What a bad guy. Can we abuse
What?
him on Reddit?
wait,
Was-
wait.
At the end of the video session, Privacy asked Nick one more question about why he left. Now watch what he said after that.
Okay, Nick, to you, read the question from one wheel. You
Why is the coach who was
first.
forced to retire so he wasn't shown as being dropped here?
It's just nice
Spelled
to
here
do it that
wrong.
way. It's just
ZZ
nice to
Zero
do it that way.
Muncher.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
But
the
just a
hell?
PR move. I just didn't want to be embarrassed by,
PR move.
getting dropped. Definitely didn't decide to quit after winner's bracket or anything.
Come
I
on.
tell you
definitely wasn't
guys,
tapped out beforehand.
Like after winner, sorry, before the things, I heard like Nick, like he's not enjoying any more epics, and he just doesn't want to after LAN finishes, doesn't want to continue. I was like,
Yeah, my
What?
mind was pretty set. If you asked Talmadge about it, I told Talmadge the night after winner's bracket that I was going to quit whether we won or got 20th. Like I was pretty like just tapped out after winner's bracket. I had kind of made my decision.
but why?
Well, I
Why?
couldn't tell you why I stopped enjoying it. Like I said in the tweet that I made, I planned to do Apex for as long as I enjoyed it, and the money was a nice bonus. And for the last few months before that LAN, I wasn't really feeling it like I used to be. Like it wasn't really as enjoyable as engaging. And then once we got to LAN and things started to like get fucking stressful again, I was like, dude, it's just not worth it. I'm just really not enjoying it. I'd rather get on with the rest of my life. And it's been a hell of a run. It's been a hell of an experience. But it's not like it's a long-term career anyway. So why would I try and stretch it out longer than I have to? Why would I try and make it work for as long as possible when the reality is it's not something that's going to be there for the rest of my life anyway, regardless of how hard I try.
The question is there anything like waiting for you that you must have done it at this time? Like, couldn't you wait like 1 year? Because yes, that's exactly what you were speaking about. Apex is not forever, so why don't I mean enjoying it is because of whatever it is situation. You can even get the joy again. It's
That's
like,
the thing, is if I was still enjoying it, then
Yeah.
I would be fine with waiting another year, even if it was permanent. But I don't understand like trying to squeeze as much money out of it as possible when the reality is I can get done with college years sooner if I don't, and just get on my way in terms of an actual career that'll probably build up to more money in the future. Like it's not like this is I've made plenty of money from Apex. I've got savings for college. Like I don't need to stick around if I'm not enjoying myself and having fun. I might as well get on with the rest of my life that I actually want to do instead of something that I feel like I would have to do.
So what do you guys think about this video? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.